Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi, my name is Akhmad Nabil Ali Rabbani, absent number 5 from 9A class. I'm here to tell you a story about Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs. Once upon a time, in a beautiful castle, there's a king's daughter grew up happily in spite of a jealousy stepmother. She was very pretty, with her blue eyes, long black hair, and her skin was so delicate and fair, and so she was called Snow White. One day, a prince riding by and saw her doing her job. Instantly, the prince fell in love with her. Her stepmother was pretty too, but she was a wicked woman. She has a magic mirror that told her how beautiful every day. Mirror, mirror in the wall, who is the fairest of them all? And the magic mirror would say, "You are, your majesty." But one day, the mirror replied, "Snow White is the fairest of them all." What? Snow White? The queen was very angry and jealous of Snow White. She called one of her trusty servants and said, "Servant, come on, quickly! This night, I want you to take Snow White to the forest, and I want you to bring back her heart." "Yes, my pleasure," he responded. However, Snow White is too innocent. The servant couldn't do the deed, so he told her to run away. He killed a deer and took its heart to that queen, and told her that he had killed Snow White. Snow White wandered in the forest all night, crying. When it was daylight, she found a little cottage and went inside. She started to clean up, and then she found 7 little pets. She was very tired, so she decided to take a sleep on the one of the bed. When the dwarfs came home, they were surprised to find Snow White. After some argument, the chief dwarfs decided to let her stay. Every morning, when the dwarfs left the house, they tell Snow White to never open the door for a stranger. Meanwhile, in the kingdom, the queen asked, "Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest of them all?" And the magic mirror replied, "Snow White is still the fairest of them all. She lived peacefully in the 7 dwarfs' cottage." The queen was wild and furious. With jealousy, she made a poisoned apple. Because of her knowledge of enchanted forests, the queen has discovered the 7 dwarfs' cottage. She disguised herself as an old peasant woman and offered Snow White an apple that she previously poisoned. Snow White forgot what the dwarf said. Without a further thought, she opened the door, took a tiny bite of apple, said thanks, and went back to the cottage. She doesn't know that the apple has poisoned. When the 7 dwarfs came home to find Snow White laying on the floor, they were very upset. They cried all night. They decided to put a glass coffin for Snow White. They kept the coffin in front of the cottage. One day, the prince was riding through the forest looking for Snow White, and he found her. He saw Snow White laying in the coffin. He told the dwarfs that he fell in love with her. He gently took Snow White's hand and kissed it. Miraculously, Snow White opened her eyes. She is alive. The fact that was the kiss from the prince has broke the evil spell. The prince and the dwarfs were very happy. After that, the prince married Snow White and took her to his palace. Since that day, the prince and Snow White were lived happily ever after. The end. And that's all the story about Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye.